Hindi na kailangan guluhin ang impeachment dahil magulo na siya sa bending the law.
She does not deserve to be heading this democracy. She does not deserve to be the next president. Don't tell my enemies that that I have a soft side.
Hello everyone! Welcome to my one-on-one today. Ang makakausap natin ngayon, ang tinatawag ng marami as a masterclass in litigation. Napapanood niyo po siya palagi sa impeachment trial ni Vice President Sara Duterte, and she is showing other lawyers, younger lawyers, how it's done. Pero alam ba natin kung gaano kahalaga ang impeachment trial na ito? Kasama natin ngayon the one and only Attorney Lorna Kapunan. Hello!
Good morning, Karen. Happy to be with you again.
Naisip mo ba na magiging viral ka ng ganito, makikilala ka ng ganito, i-quote ka ng ganito?
Hindi naman, Karen, kasi, you know, in litigation, especially in trial work, when you're in court, you have to be attentive, no? You have to listen. You have to listen. Hindi yung nagbabasa ka lagi from whatever you prepared, no? You have to listen and you have to feel the room. When I say feel the room, tingnan mo yung mga senator judges in impeachment, tingnan mo yung mga defense counsel, tingnan mo yung gallery. What is the sense? Are they getting bored? Are they listening? Are they already looking secretly at their cell phones or standing up once in a while? Lalo na senator judges, no? They can stand up anytime, no? Then you have to, it's intuitive. It's not intentional, it's not deliberate, it is intuitive.
May pressure po bang kakaiba ito para sa mga abogadong tulad nyo? Kasi ito, you're televised. The public has an opinion.
Oo, because ito ang literally playing to the gallery, ano? Because you have two sets of audiences. You have the senator judges, the impeachment court, and you have the public. To me, the greater burden is the public. Kasi yung mga senator judges, they have time to study. Basahin nila na, as we have seen, the excellent handling of the presiding officer, no? Si Cheese, he comes, he knows the exhibit numbers, he knows the procedure, he knows the law, he knows the cited case, and his rulings. Kaming lawyers sa prosecution, every time he makes a ruling, we agree. We agree with the ruling because it's on point. And the senator judges have that equal opportunity to be the same, no? The public does not.
Kung akong tatanungin, scam ito.
Move to strike,
No
Your
further
Honor. Move to
questions.
strike. That is out of order, Your Honor.
Ang tawag doon ay
Proforma po. Naka-annex yung format dun sa Joint Circular
ang
2015-01.
tawag ko doon copy-paste. Bakit hindi ka nag-verify ng mga pangalan? At itong mangga, gumawa ata ng fruit salad dito. May kamote, may mangga, may keso.
You became famous for the one-liners. Is that appropriate, attorney?
No. Except that we have a duty to communicate. And as I said, it is not deliberate, it is not intentional, it is the way I perceive it. No? And nagigets ng tao, nagigets rin ng Senate judges. And I guess the reason why I haven't been cited as of yet for contempt is they also appreciate that it keeps them awake. Hindi lang naman si Senator Robin ang quotable diyan, ano.
Alam mo na hindi siya tama pero nasa boundary line.
No, I'm not saying hindi siya tama, no. In court it is allowed. In a regular court it is allowed, no. When you it's a way of laymanizing legalese. Kagaya ng scam. Scam is not disrespectful. It is a conclusion from the facts. Kung lagi-lagi na lang, hindi mo pera, sinabi mo, ginamit mo para dito. That's why I gave the example of a daughter who asks the nanay for allowance and all that, bibili daw ng libro. Hindi naman binili yung libro. bumili lang ng Korean makeup o bumili ng date lang, ano. So, in-scam ang nanay. And if you do that repeatedly, that is a scam. No? Now, on a larger scale, that is what I felt the Vice President was doing. And in this day of scam, it's what the public, ang daming scam, electronic scam, it's what the public identify with.
Nangangahulugan ba na scam na ang ginawa ng Vice Presidente sa kanyang confidential funds dahil sa mga pangalang yun, sa mga beneficiary?
Alam mo, ang non-issue yan eh. Ginagawang, doon linalagay yung narrative ng defense na the use of aliases, is it allowed? The use of fictitious name, is it allowed? No? At saka kinu-confuse nila yung intelligence funds saka yung confidential funds. Iba yun, ano? Yung intelligence funds, sa pagkaintindi namin sa joint circular, they should have real names. They should have real names that's placed in a vault that's sealed in the head of agency office.
Na may envelope eh. Naka-envelope
Oo,
dapat.
kasi tumatanggap sila ng rewards eh. Ito naman sa acknowledgement receipts. Ang issue doon, hindi yung mga pangalan. That's why we focused on saan ginamit yung pera. Groceries, pambayad ng medicines, pambayad ng supplies, pambayad. We focused not on the names. The names were funny, but it is the misuse. And nakalagay sa joint circular under 8.3. May presumption. Pag hindi ka nakaliquidate ng tama or incomplete, the prima facie evidence, the presumption is personal use or misuse. So nagsishift na ang burden of evidence. Iba, Karen, iba yung burden of proof, iba yung burden of evidence. People are saying na may ang burden of proof dito is prosecution. No, this is not a criminal case. In a criminal case, there's a presumption of innocence. Walang ganun. Walang ganun sa impeachment case, no? You prove your case. You prove your case. So ngayon, with all the documentary evidence, with all the testimonial evidence, plus yung confession or admission ng Vice President herself. And she said, I hired a killer. Hindi lang admission yun, confession yun.
So ang sinasabi niyo po ba, attorney, hindi niyo responsibilidad na patunayan na nilustay niya ang pera kasi may suspetsya na. Dapat patunayan niya na hindi niya nilustay.
Correct.
Ganun na yon.
Because the burden of evidence has shifted to them. So, patunayan sila.
Kung ipapaliwanag mo sa isang ordinaryong mamamayan, ano ba ang ginawa ng Vice Presidente na mali sa kanyang confidential at intelligence funds na umaabot ng 612 million?
Linoko ka. Kinuha niya yung pera mo. Ikaw, bata, kinuha niya yung pera mo. Sinabi na may paggagamitan na tama at babayaran ka kasi hindi naman pala tama. Panloloko yon. In-scam ka.
Mapapatunayan ba ng prosecution na talagang nilustay ng Vice Presidente ang confidential funds niya?
Yes. Because parang storya yan. Ano? You start with the beginning, then you have a middle part and an ending part. Yung beginning namin, yung land bank. No? Pinakita na may pera, may winidraw na pera, may visual pa nga kami, how it looked, no? Na-withdraw yung pera. Sinong nag-withdraw? Ano ang winidraw? Check yon. Sinong nag-withdraw? Check yon. Ano? Saan pumunta? Yun ang susunod. Saan pumunta ang pera? Yung bang 4,429 documents na among which are acknowledgement receipts, dun ba pumunta? Meron kaming testigo na paano pupunta doon? Philippine Statistics Authority will show that these are non-existing people. They were never born. Wala sila sa listahan ng lahat tayo dito nasa listahan ng statistics, no? Namatay ka, pinanganak ka, nag-asawa ka, etc. Pag wala yung pangalan mo, sino ka? alias, fictitious, non-existing. So ang presumption, hindi mo binigay yan.
Palagay niyo po ba may maililitaw ang depensa na tunay na Mary Grace Piatos na andilim?
Miski na presentan nila yung buong pamilya ng Piatos at sa listahan namin, meron naman talaga atang Piatos sa Davao, no? Sa listahan ng acknowledgement receipts, 3 yun. That's why we're saying, it's not the name. Saan ginamit yun? Ang papatunayan natin, hindi namang ginamit yan sa pagbili ng supplies, pagbili ng medicine, pagbili ng pagkain, pagbili ng laptop, no? Because the best evidence, sabi ng COA, is OR, official receipt. Miski na mali yung pangalan na yan, hindi nyo liniquidate yan. The best liquidation is an official receipt or a sales invoice. Hindi naman confidential yan.
Pag sales invoice resibo, kasi may nakalagay doon na bumili ng supplies,
Oo.
may medicine, may pagkain, may ganon.
Kunyari,
Resibo doon.
Punta ka ng drugstore, di ba? Kung pupunta ka ng drugstore, bibili ka ng gamot, meron kang resibo. Anong kinonfidential dyan? Miski nag-produce dyan ng taong mukhang madilim, o taong mukhang mangga, or mukhang kesong muka, or mukhang rambutan, o meron palang ontiveros, or meron palang heart, or pamilya ng lapid, no? Mga senator's name. Miski ni-produce nila yon. Teka, ikaw, tao ka pala, saan yung resibo mo? Pakita mo kung ginastos mo talaga yan. Kung hindi mo ginastos, kanino binigay yung pera? The presumption, pag hindi ginastos yung pera, personal benefit ng head of office.
Well, the impeachment trial is sui generis. It's not criminal.
It's not
So the
criminal.
act of impeaching somebody is already a political act in itself. Is this about justice or is this more about politics?
It is both. When we talk about politics, you're not talking about politicians. We are a democracy, that's politics. Your right to information, your right to hold your elected officials accountable, that's part of politics, no? It is a politic. We are a politic. Kaya lang, politicians give a bad name to politics, no? But when you exercise your rights under the Constitution, that is political. Because the Constitution is a political document. It is an expression of the framers of the Constitution. That's why ang preamble is, the preamble of the Constitution says, we, the Filipino people acting under the grace of God and as a sovereign nation, that's politics. And you are the owner of that Constitution. You are the author of that Constitution. So, yes, it is political. And yes, karapatan nyo yan. Karapatan nyo na dapat marinig ang ebidensya at kayong mag-judge, no? Huwag niyong hayaan sa senator judges ang desisyon. Nagnakaw ba siya? Scammer ba siya? Betrayal of public trust ba siya? Graft and corruption ba? Kayo mag-decide. And now we're seeing in the surveys, no? Yung sinasabi nila, yung popularity, it has nothing to do. Wala po dito ang popularity ng Vice President, no?
Tinanggap niyo ba ang trabahong ito dahil ayaw niyo maging presidente si Sara Duterte?
Hindi. It is yun ang consequence nito. Well, marami akong hindi gusto. Maraming gustong maging presidente na hindi ko rin gusto, no? Kaya lang hindi naman sila ang impeachable dito, no? Ang kasama ng impeachment is removal. Miski na mag-resign. Sabihin ni Vice President, and I think she has said already na tagal-tagal, bilisan niyo na yung impeachment na yan, no? Even if the Vice President resigns, tuloy pa rin ang impeachment. Kasi dalawang penalty dyan, eh. Number 1, pag convicted, tatanggalin. Pag nag-resign, meron pang pangalawang penalty. hindi siya makakatakbo for any public office. Miski na barangay captain, bawal for any public office. Now, is it because I don't like her? I certainly don't like her, but not because she is she, but because of what she's doing to us as a nation. Nagbarilan sa Ateneo de Zamboanga. Bakit? Culture of impunity. Kung meron kang isang public official na nagsasabi on air na pag nahuli yung asawa niya na may mistress, mag-hire siya ng 5,000 pesos na assassin. Is that a leader that you would want to follow? Yun ang mga nakikita ng mga iPad babies natin. Yun ang nakikita nila na it's the new normal. Ang default reaction ng isang vice president, maybe because yung sinundan niya na presidente, no? Alam naman natin, nasa Hague for extrajudicial killings. Crime against humanity yan. Will it happen again in her presidency? I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes because even before she became vice president as mayor of Davao, nandun ang Davao killing fields. Under her watch, no? Ang nagtataka nga ako, bakit hindi siya named respondent sa Hague? Because she was an enabler. Hindi naman niya pinigil yung mga bato dyan, yung mga Senator Bato when they were implementing the President's command. She did not stop. She even just says, don't leave the bodies around. Magulo ang mga bodies na yan. Don't leave them dead. Find the field where you can bury.
Sinabi niya yun?
Sinabi niya.
Through Las Cañas to,
She
allegedly.
said, give them, killing fields. Put them in a field and bury them. Kasi parang hindi maganda that they're laying around.
No.
Yan ang presidente pag walang mangyayari sa impeachment. And she will be it will be a culture not only of violence, it will be a culture of vengeance.
So, yung mga supporters ni Vice President sa Senado, pag sinasabi nila that this is all to prevent Sara from running in 2028, it is true.
In my view, it is true. She does not deserve to be heading this democracy. She does not deserve to be the next president. She does not deserve to lead our country.
Of course, may mga supporters, no, ang bawat panig. At ang sinasabi ng ilan nga is walang moral ascendancy ang public prosecutors, some of them, because ang tingin ng ilan, pinag-iinitan nila si Vice President Sara Duterte, ang ilan sa kanila doon, pikit mata sa korupsyon nung panahon ni House Speaker Martin Romualdez.
Kung meron silang alam na congressman or even Martin Romualdez, if there is evidence, show the evidence, especially where the charge is plunder and that's non-bailable. Plunder, graft, and corruption and all that. Evidence dapat. Evidence. What is the evidence against Speaker Martin? If they have the evidence, file the case. Those who are saying, lahat naman ng congressman, same, file the case. Karapatan nyo yan.
What is the number of votes needed to convict the respondent? The Constitution provides that no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of all the members of the Senate. With 24 members of the Senate, a literal interpretation of this means that conviction requires the affirmative vote of at least 16 senator judges. This literal interpretation finds direct support in the 2000 case of Bayan versus Zamora, which concerned the Senate's compliance with the 2/3 vote required to concur in a treaty.
Hindi ba kayo natatakot na ang hirap kunin ng 16 ngayon?
I think sa bigat ng ebidensya, ang ginajudge dito sa impeachment, hindi lang si Vice President Sara. Ang ginajudge rin dito ay yung mga senator judges. Let us remember na some of them will be re-electionist, some of them will be their term will end, they will probably want to run for higher office or lower office, no? Ganun naman, pag tapos ka ng senador, run ka naman ng Congress, or you run for vice president or president. Some of them will be part of the electoral process. And the people will look at how they voted. No? This impeachment is not only a political exercise. No? It's a matter of conscience. The law is based, parang Ten Commandments yan. Di ba? Sometimes nag-i-interlap yung legal tsaka moral. Ang ginawa ng Vice President ay hindi lang illegal, immoral na yan. And that is where also we want the church ready to weigh in. The church cannot be silent in the face of all of this falsehood.
Di ba kayo nababagalan sa impeachment trial ngayon?
Oo.
Is this a concern?
It is a concern.
Yeah.
That is why, ang suggestion, and personally, I think the better schedule will be 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock hanggang sawa. Okay? And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because Friday is a free day. Walang session sa House tsaka sa Senate, no? Yung Thursday naman, pwedeng mag-committee hearings, no? Which is what is the schedule now, no? Idagdag nila ng Friday. Konti pa lang naman eh. That's number 1. Number 2, maglagay sila ng gallery for media. Kasi the reason na sa subjudice kami, or the reason na sometimes we extend to talking about the merits, not only about the procedure, is na-ambush interview kami. And we don't blame media because they're waiting there for news. Panahon na mag-report sila sa station, ambush interview. So anong i-report nila? Ina-ambush ka. And that's where you start talking, malakas ang ebidensya namin ngayon. Maybe if they reserve a space in the Senate for media, so that the media can observe the demeanor of the Senate judges and they can have their own, they can editorialize. No?
Pero itong issue ng subjudice, maraming nagtatanong because this is not a criminal case. It's not a court of law. This is an impeachment court. Hindi ba may karapatan na ang taong bayan na maintindihan nila ang bawat panig?
If we liken it to a jury, kasi sa US, hindi ba, meron tayong jury system.
Yeah.
There is a judge, presiding judge.
But that's not televised.
It's not televised, but I'm saying that the jury is not allowed. The jury is not allowed to read news. They are
but not the
quarantined.
senators.
And that is what the intent of the sub judice rule is.
But do you agree with it?
Well, to a sense, in a sense, if it's fair to all, which includes the Vice President herself, who's free to give her own sub judice statements in a press conference, like bending the law. The Senate is bending the law, no?
Napaka-klaro naman yung bending the law dyan sa impeachment na yan, simula pa sa House of Representatives hanggang sa pagkakaroon ng 2 tao na nakaupo doon sa, ano man tawag dyan, stage or rostrum or elevated platform. Hindi na kailangan guluhin ang impeachment dahil magulo na siya sa bending the law.
Para sa inyo, subjudice yun.
It is sub judice because she is not only sub judice, she's attacking the integrity itself of the impeachment. No? Ang sub judice is an attempt to sway. Sub judice rule will be stick to don't talk about the merits because obviously if it's sub judice, your intent is to sway the opinion of the judges, to sway the opinion of the viewing public, no, and away from the evidence. That is the clear intent of the sub judice.
Palagay nyo dapat mas-cite na ang Vice President.
Yes, and pointed reminder to the senator judges. But in the end, sana mag-relax na lang. I-relax na lang ang rule because you have to balance the greater interest, no? The greater interest, which is the right to public information.
Tanong ko sa'yo, did the circular limit that to crime prevention? Kasi nga sabi mo, kailangan to apprehension. Kasi nga sabi mo, dapat may mahuli. Sinabi ho ba yan sa JC na dapat may mahuli?
Ang nakalagay po kasi sa JC under 4.8.5
Hindi,
is proof of
sorry,
success.
Your Honor, please.
Let the witness answer, Your
Your Honor, please,
Mr.
can the-
Presiding Officer,
can-
can the counsel be instructed not to stop the witness at mid-sentence, Your Honor?
Your Honor, please, can the witness be directed? You just answer with yes or no. The counsel has her time to ask clarificatory questions later
Your Honor,
during
not all
redirect, Your
questions.
Honor.
Not all questions can be answered by yes
I am
or
on
no.
cross, Your Honor, please.
Counsels.
Never mind if you're on cross. There are limits to cross-examination. Misleading questions are not allowed.
They
on
are
cross.
allowed.
Counsels,
I don't think I need to lecture you that.
counsels, let's not allow the generational or seeming generational divide increase the tension in the courtroom. Let's keep it a notch lower.
Your Honor, please, I am preventing myself from giving her a spanking, Your Honor. That is what I would
Your
have
Honor,
done
please.
Again,
in
again,
the
counsels.
generational divide, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
counsels, you are all members of the bar and
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
all counsels
I submit,
for the parties.
submit.
And we will be treating and looking at each one equally. At Miss
I will-
Eileen.
Yes, Your
And
Honor,
it's also-
I promise to henceforth behave.
While nakikilala ka for your witty remarks and your comments, medyo na-criticize ka rin, attorney, nung sinabi mong le-lecturean mo si attorney Christina and you would spank her. You know, some people felt that was ageist of you. Kasi young people can't comment negatively about older people, and some felt that you demeaned her youth, you know, in that particular court.
In fact, I did say that I will behave. And maybe nga, the characterization there of presiding officer Cheese is accurate. It was a generational divide, no? Parang nanay. Pag, di ba, pag nagmi-misbehave, pag maingay yung anak mo, hoy, paluin kita dyan, huwag kang maingay dyan. That to me was it was not meant to be condescending or disrespectful or cocky or anything, no? And that is why, right after the hearing, right after the trial, no, I intended to approach her, but they had left already. Kasi we were packing 15 boxes and all that. And I did say that I will take the opportunity to make amends, to apologize, and I did. And it was not fair how she was treated in social media. She was, and for a striving lawyer whose career is ahead of her, an elemental mistake like a misleading question will damage you, no? And I can understand why probably Attorney Season tried to deodorize the situation, no, by her manifestation.
Pero bati na kayo ngayon ni,
Oh, yeah.
ni Attorney Christina.
Hindi naman kami-
She called you mother.
Hindi naman kami. Sabi ko nga, oy, salamat hindi mo ako tinawag na grandmother. And I told her, you know, don't mind social media. It's par for the course. Tuloy mo lang. And I complimented her. Her preparation, ganyang kakapal yung cross-examination niya, no?
You both have been under hot water. Ano po yung temperament natin towards each other?
Wala. Sobrang lang po to. Si
No spanking happening?
Actually, wala.
No, wala nang spanking. Motherly love you. Ikaw naman, tough love.
Oh, so wala pong issue dito. Kasi
Basta ang bagyo ngayon sa labas. Wala dito sa labas.
wala sa
Okay?
because you're both not on the floor.
Kasi what we do inside the court, we leave it there. Outside, we're all friends.
So all
And
good.
yeah, she's like a mother to me.
No, hindi po, you don't fight.
Hindi mo sinabing grandmother.
Hindi, kasi most lang naman sila mom ko.
Same age as her mom.
Ayan,
Okay.
thank you.
During the Corona impeachment trial, they had Cuevas and a more senior team.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun?
They had deans of law schools.
Exactly.
They had,
So, hindi
prominent
naman nangangahulugan
litigators.
na pagbata hindi magaling, pero one would think na yung mas may gravitas, experience. Were you surprised?
yes. Because your position and your innocence, first of all, you show up. Di ba? Pag ikaw ay sinabihan ng magnanakaw ka or sinungaling ka or stapador ka, scammer ka, anong gagawin mo? If you were personally charged, Karen, you would appear in court, right? To clear your name. She doesn't give a hoot. And the other thing is she hires one law firm. She hires one law firm apart from Attorney Poa, who incidentally is a very decent fellow. And silang matatamaan incidentally dito sa subjudice, no? Because if the prosecutors in the impeachment case will be sanctioned or reprimanded or warned not to speak sub judice, ang dami naming spokespersons. You've seen them, no? You've heard them, but the defense does not have a deep bench. That means who will be there? They'll have to get spokespersons. Certainly, it cannot be Attorney Poa anymore, or hire other law firms. Now, to me, my malicious mind, when I'm thinking about this, why? Why has the Vice President chosen only one law firm? No? My malicious mind is thinking, number one, baka she will not present evidence. And number two, she's probably confident of her numbers in the Senate impeachment court. But that's my malicious mind now.
Umaasa ba kayo na magbabago yung required na bilang for a conviction? And do you believe it will really have to take the Supreme Court?
Yes, because the case law now is Avellino versus Cuenco. That is the case law. It's ripe now to bring it to the Supreme Court. And it has to be an en banc decision. Because the en banc, for a Supreme Court decision to be overturned, it must be en banc. Now, again, my malicious mind thinking. My malicious mind is thinking na baka the Supreme Court justices, who also incidentally are impeachable officers, baka they want a higher threshold.
You've been a lawyer now for 48 years. How would you describe this assignment?
To me, it is payback. It is, in my 48 years, I have been blessed naman, Karen. I've been blessed with good clients, whether in the boardroom or in the courtroom, no? Because people don't think I'm a corporate lawyer, but I am a corporate lawyer as well, no? So I've been blessed with clients, I've been blessed with partners, and the wherewithal to say no to cases that I don't want to handle, to say yes to pro bono cases that I want to handle. To me, there are no big or small clients.
Meron ka bang kliyente na pinagsisihan mo, na tinanggap mo?
Yes, and
Who would that be? Janet
Well,
Lim Napoles?
yes, I walked out. I mean, that's public knowledge. But I wish her well because she is now, let her not be the scapegoat. She is now the convenient scapegoat for many of the former and some sitting senators. No?
Kilala si Attorney Lorna Kapunan sa kanyang tapang. Pero ang hindi alam ng marami ay ang pinagdaanan mo sa personal mong buhay. Namatay ang asawa mo, ma'am, noong
Yes.
2001 at namatayan ka rin ng anak.
In 2003, yes. We were very close with my husband because classmate ko siya sa law school eh. And then I went to private practice, siya naging judge, no? First in Pampanga and then in Manila. And then he had colon cancer. And I thought, end of the world yun, mawalan ka ng asawa. Pero hindi mo kadugo ang asawa mo, no? Ang kadugo mo, anak mo. And in the order of the universe, sa order ng universe, dapat nauunang magulang sa anak. And when I lost my son in 2003, that's where I even hated the Lord. Sabi ko, Lord, bakit? Bakit? Nagkota na ako, kinuha mo na nga yung asawa ko, kunin mo pa yung anak ko. And you begin to hate the Lord. You begin to hate people. You begin to And then my solution was to go external, no. People would say mag-meditation ka, mag-attend ka ng so and so, and to me the solution was not to go external, no. Was to go internal. And that was a period in my life where I accepted the fact that you will always grieve. To this day, in fact, August 14, last week, was his birthday. And to this day, you grieve the loss of a child, the loss of a loved one, because, as a famous author says, death ends life, it doesn't end the relationship. And maraming mga ina na kagaya ko, and this is where Manay Gina, Alice Soto, and so many others, no, Hani Kalandang, that's where we formed Ina Foundation. Mga inang naulila sa anak. And that is why when I hear ngayon, present day natin, ang mukha, the face of poverty, is a woman's face. Kanya, miski na sabihin natin na ang Sara Duterte ay Vice President, nanay rin yan. Dapat alam niya yung ginagawa niya. If she's a high public official, parang mga anak na natin, we are her family. We should be her family. She should realize that we look to her, nanay ka bakit ka ganyan? Hindi ba? And that is where I get my conviction and my passion. Because there are so many mothers like me suffering. There are so many mothers like me who have to move forward.
You have 5 boys today. Malalaki na sila, no?
Oh, yes.
So wala kang babae. At ang namatay sa'yo, he was 8 years old.
Yeah, he was my youngest.
Lalaki din, and it was leukemia, right? How did your son's death and your husband's change you as a person, as a woman, as a lawyer?
Well, first of all, I realized there are no gender roles, no? I had to be mother and father to my kids. So, Ateneo yan. Pag camping night, nandun ako. Inuman night, nandun ako. Father and son night, nandun ako. I am mother and father to my son.
So ito ang soft side ni Lorna Kapunan.
Oh, that's my soft side. And don't tell my enemies that I have a soft side. And that is why when I said to Attorney Christine, I'm gonna spank you, ha? That was the mother in me. Knowing ang hirap ng preparation mo, ang hirap ng maghunos dili ka. That was not condescending. That was tough love.
What is your message to the Filipino people?
Huwag po tayong mawala ng pag-asa. Kasi yun ang kalaban natin. And ang kalaban natin, ayaw na natin makialam. Mas marami tayong problema, sabihin natin, wala namang mangyayari dyan. Pag tinanggal niyo naman ang Sara Duterte, sinong iboboto niya na presidente? Yung iboboto niyang presidente, mangungurakot rin yan. Kukuha rin yan ng mga SDOs, kukuha rin yan ng mga things like that. No? Let's not lose hope. At saka, we are ultimately, I always say, let the ballot be our bullet. We each have 1 vote each. And let's use that vote wisely. No? Let the ballot be your bullet.